Hello everyone, we're going into our final match with Black-Red Vampires. We are 3-1. Either way, we've managed to win more than we lost, which generally feels like a victory to me with these budget decks. We would like to play first. Ugh, mana. Man, ugly mana there. So we're going to have to mulligan. I mean, if we draw a mountain, it's good, but this is better, but I still don't love the mana, but it's alright. If Drana. Yeah, alright. I'll take it. We're going to play a Marsh on turn 1. Next turn, we'll play Foreboding Ruins and play Stromkirk Condemned. Ooh. Is this a mirror match of some sort? No, it's an aggro deck, but not the same. Not ours. So Foreboding Ruins, we'll reveal our Marsh. And we will play Stromkirk Condemned. And end our turn. So, next turn we can discard Bloodhall Priest if we draw a different land. If we don't, we can still discard the Occultist and play it for its madness cost, which is some pretty good value. So this is Black-Red Aggro. It is similar to our deck, it just doesn't have the... And it runs Smuggler's Copter, because why wouldn't you, you know? Does he attack here? He actually can't. That's kind of the cool thing about Stromkirk Condemned, is it's actually able to block some of the really playable creatures in this format. Okay, we can play Asylum Visitor now, but I think the Occultist is probably just going to be better, especially when I can make it bigger by discarding a card. So we discard the Occultist. We're going to cast the Occultist. Drana is kind of bad against Smuggler's Copter. Not Drana. Yeah, Drana. Although she's less bad when I have Stromkirk Condemned in play, obviously. If he wants to trade his Copter for my Condemned, I'm down. So I don't think that's going to happen. I think he's just going to take 3. Yeah. We'll play our Marsh and end our turn. We need to draw. We have plenty of ways of dealing with this thing. Lightning, Axe, and Fiery Temper primarily. So we need to draw one of those. Ooh, Bomat Courier. Cool card to run. I like that card a lot. I had it in my budget red-white equipment aggro deck last month rather, and it was pretty good in it. I think it's probably underplayed, and I think over time aggro decks are going to start playing it more because it's the kind of aggro card that not only counts as an artifact for cards like your Apprentice and that can activate Smuggler's Copter, but it also makes it so that in the later game you can actually use it to gain some card advantage. That's not too bad. Alright, so this happens. Let's see if he discards a Fiery Temper. The worst possible thing to happen when someone Smuggler's Copter is one of the worst things anyway. If he does, I'm losing a creature. I can't save either of them. Okay, good. It's just a Scrap Heap Scrounger, you know. Another good thing to discard to it. So yeah, we'll take the 3. Now what do you do? I think we play Drana, even though we can Madness out our Bloodhall Priest, because Drana can actually block Smuggler's Copter with Stromkirk, this guy in play. Condemned. What's our opponent have for us? A second Smuggler's Copter? No, Incendiary Flow. Okay, yeah, well, we let that happen, obviously. We don't have anything to gain out of not letting that happen. Okay, we have a Fiery Temper now. Do I attack with my Occultist? I think we do. If he wants to trade this, we're okay with it. If he doesn't, we end up hitting a card that we can play for the turn. A land would be pretty nice. But yeah, if he blocks, I'm okay with that too. And we're just going to end our turn because we want to keep Fiery Temper up to kill his Copter. He can get his Scrap Heap Scrounger back, but obviously the Copter is way more of a concern. Yeah, I'm about to get couriered. The question is, do we want to bring in our card that can exile artifacts because we're seeing Scrap Heap Scrounger? I don't know. It's a good reason to run Incendiary Flow in your sideboard, though, incidentally. So we're going to kill it now because we don't want him to get the trigger. So goodbye to Smuggler's Copter. Opponent bashes for 1, though, gets a card under his courier for later, and then probably gets back Scrap Heap Scrounger, if I had to guess. No. Interesting. Because of the chances our opponent has Fiery Temper in his hand, I think I'm actually going to play Bloodhall Priest now because he can't Fiery Temper that. Yeah. We're going to play our Priest. Alright. He could just have Unlicensed Disintegration, in which case playing another thing would have been a little better. Disintegration means I go to 13, and then it looks like that's probably what he has. Nope, just Scrap Heap Scroungering. Yeah, I guess there's no reason not to do it when our opponent did it. Might be Unlicensed Disintegration now. Yeah, it is. And we're in trouble. We are in trouble. Opponent had a much more explosive start than we did. Copter and all. Drana does block that guy really well. So we probably play her next. Opponent's hand's empty. Okay. I can now think about playing the Condemned and then playing Asylum Visitor at instant speed, which doesn't sound too bad to me. Does mean we take another 3 from that guy. And the Asylum Visitor will block one of the Bomat Couriers. I wonder if he cashes one in here. No. He probably will when I block, though. Probably will when I block. Don't be another removal spell. Top decked removal spell. The opponent's going with attacking first. Alright, so we'll cast this. So yeah, we're going to block both the couriers. It may just end up... I mean, he can draw a lot of cards off of these right now. Unfortunately for us, but... I don't really want to block the Scrounger with these guys, if I can help it. He can draw like 5 cards right now, so... Yeah, 5. But, that's okay. We'll go to 5 here. Well, he's not going to do that, it doesn't look like. Looks like he's probably going to play a spell of some sort. Fiery Temper, okay. Yep. Hopefully they're all lands. And we go to 5. Well, one of them was a land. The other one was an Inventor's Apprentice. Okay. We're going to draw an extra card and go to 4 here, which our opponent might want us to do, but because of that, do I want to play another land? I don't think so. I do not think so. So this blocks Scrap Heap Scrounger really well, so we'll block that, and we'll block Asylum Visitor on Inventor's Apprentice, which means Bomat Courier at some point is just going to probably win our opponent the game because he'll get so much more card advantage than I can. In fact, he may even just want to cash in Bomat Courier right away and try to hit like removal. So we're going to block there, and we're going to block here. Obviously, he can just get it back, but we can keep blocking it at least. Structural Distortion. Do we want to bring in Structural Distortion? I don't think so. We can't really attack because he's going to get back his dude from his graveyard, so we won't. We'll hold on to these cards and pretend that they're actually relevant. We can discard one of them to Arab Falconwrath at least. This is probably a matchup where we do want to bring in Avacyn's Judgment. And we can probably take out our Unlicensed Disintegrations because his creatures are mostly small enough to die to all of our other removal. The one thing about Avacyn's Judgment is unless I have a discard outlet, I can't play it at instant speed to kill a Smuggler's Copter, but this deck pretty frequently has a discard outlet, so. Bring the Thunder, okay. We'll block the same way. Oh, whoops, not that way, this way. I may not even need to discard a card. Chances are he just sacrifices the thing right here. I probably will anyway at the end of his turn, but yeah. So our opponent gets all those cards. Does he hit something he can use to kill Drana? If so, we're in trouble. If not, we have a little bit more time maybe to try to stage something here. Nah, he does have a way. That just kills us outright. So, okay. See, this is one weakness of Red-Black, and I'm sure I'll mention it when I record the deck tech video as well, is this is the best artifact hate the deck has, and that is bad. That is some bad artifact hate. And I mostly only like this against like Temur, Aetherworks, or Metalwork Colossus decks. Using this to kill a Scrap Heap Scrounger doesn't feel very good. We can probably cut Key to the City. Our opponent will be turning his guys sideways. We can cut our Unlicensed Disintegration because our other spells kill all of his things anyway. We could bring in a second Collective Brutality because they do kill so many of his creatures. It is a sorcery, though. Grasp is not. I think we do bring in Avacyn's Judgment here. And then we need to decide what one other card we want. I mean, we can, I guess, leave one Unlicensed Disintegration in. It's never going to do 3 since we don't have Key to the City anymore. Yeah, I mean, Harsh Scrutiny doesn't seem bad. It's unfortunate it can't... And Transgress seems really bad, so we definitely don't want those. So we could bring in a Grasp, which can kill... Yeah, I think we bring in a Grasp, I guess. It's something that can kill... his stuff at instant speed, especially his vehicles. So, all right. I think that's the changes we make. Could have brought in harsh scrutiny maybe, but I don't love it. Wow, all smoldering marshes. That really makes his hand a lot worse than it should be. I think we still keep it. But yeah, all smoldering marshes is messed up. End our turn. I was hoping that would be a land. It is an Avacyn's Judgment, which is nice. It's worth, since I played against this deck, Incendiary Flow is probably a decent card to have at least one of in the sideboard because Scrap Heap Scrounger is such a messed up card. So that's worth keeping in mind. So we can Lightning Axe and play Asylum Visitor. Actually, we'll probably play our Occultist instead. So that's going to be our plan. Luckily for us, we drew an untapped land there. If we hadn't, it would have been bad. So he's going to play something and crew his Smuggler's Copter. Ooh. Weaver of Frickin' Lightning, huh? Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. But we're still going to get... Our Stromkirk Occultist doesn't, like, instantly die to it or anything, so... Especially since he's going to crew here, so... We let that happen. And then we go Lightning Axe... Kapow, discard Stromkirk Occultist. Cast Stromkirk Occultist. Reach is pretty good against us, unfortunately. So we're going to swing first, so that if we hit a land, we can play it, or whatever spell we hit, we can play if we want. We can think about playing at least. Okay. Do I want to play Fiery Temper? I wish I could cast it and Avacyn's Judgment right now, but I can't. So, and it doesn't kill the creature he has in play. So I'm just going to play Olivia. I should have thought he would side these in because they're very good sideboard cards these days. And if I thought about the fact that he could, it would have been pretty good for me to maybe leave in at least one Unlicensed Disintegration. So, yeah. Our Marsh will actually come into play untapped now, so that's nice. If we draw a discard outlet for Avacyn's Judgment, it can just be a huge blowout. Especially if it's one of our free discard outlets. Key to the City also leaving one in isn't bad when you're up against Weaver of Lightning. Good news is we can swing with both of these and use the Judgment to finish this off. So that's not too terrible. Opponent's deep in thought. If he has a second Weaver of Lightning, I'm going to be a very sad person. Unless we top deck another Lightning Axe. Okay. He does have another Smuggler's Copter. Okay. Well, I think we swing with both of these. We could also play Asylum Visitor and give it haste by discarding a land. Yeah, that's not too bad, actually. Yeah. So that's what we'll do. We'll play Asylum Visitor. That does mean that if we might not be able to play what we hit off of our Occultist, if it even hits our opponent, but that's okay. So he doesn't have any really great blocks. Like, he can't just like block and kill something. He has to trade. So do I leave Olivia back? That's the question here. I don't think so. I think we're okay with this trade. Oh, I forget about that stupid nonsense even when you block. Why did they have to do that? He may discard... Yeah, he's discarding Fiery Frickin' Temper, so... That's not a whole lot of fun for us. So he's going to kill 2 things. Yeah, he's killing 2 things. We do get a trigger off of this, at least. See what we hit. Smuggler's Copter is just so freaking good. It would obviously make this deck better, but this is a budget deck, so we don't run it. Okay. That does give us a nice discard outlet for the Avacyn's Judgment in our hand, so that might be nice. He can kill this, though, just by casting a spell. So if he casts one here, we're not super happy. Okay. Right now we can burn for 4 with the Judgment. Okay. Well, now I think I have a different plan. I think, Bloodhall Priest can pick off the Courier if I don't have a card in my hand. I could also use Avacyn's Judgment to do 2 to Weaver of Lightning and use the Bloodhall Priest to finish it, and then my Bloodhall Priest can later finish the job. I could discard. Yeah, I think we just go ahead and go with this plan of do 2 to this with Avacyn's Judgment. Then we'll draw a card and discard a card. Oh, you know what? I didn't realize. I should have. I guess my hand will be empty still when I play it, so. Yeah. Ooh, another one of those is pretty spicy. We're going to attack with our Occultist. If he wants to trade that, I don't feel too bad about it. And if he wants to trade his Bomat Courier, I really don't feel bad. Okay. All right. But this deck has probably been our roughest matchup, I would say. Even though we didn't win a game against the control deck we played. Ugh. There's just always an unlicensed disintegration, it feels like. It just always is. The deck does run a lot of them, as it should. Okay. Well, unfortunately, that means we can't actually empty our hand here. But that's okay. We'll play another Bloodhall Priest. Unlicensed Disintegration. No, just Scrap Heap Scrounger. Big deal. Big deal. Do I block Bomat Courier if it swings here? But yeah, we haven't... The other aggro decks we played, we put up a really good fight. Oh, you're a terrible person. Just want you to know that. Did he just do that so I won't block his Courier? I guess maybe he did, in which case I'm pretty okay with it. That's aggressive. So you have Galvanic Bombardment too or something? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. I think I use Grasp on... That doesn't really matter which I use it on, actually. Yeah, we'll use it on the Courier, I guess. He'll sack it and draw 2 cards, which is not good for us. Ooh. Okay, and then we'll kill the Scrounger, so at least he has to get it back. And we get in for 4 as well, so we would have gotten in for 4 either way, but now we're not getting attacked for 3 on our opponent's turn. Gotta hope he doesn't have more removal for us in his hand. Let us hope. What the hell do you have that costs that much mana? Ah, yeah, that's gonna hurt. Okay. We can swing back for 6 at least. But then he swings back at us for 8. I guess that's okay. Come on, Bloodhall Priest. You can do it. Drops him down to 4. Gets back his Scrounger. He does need, what does this have, a crew of 2? It only has a crew of 2? He might have 2 power in his hand already, which is unfortunate for us. Because if he does, he is swinging at us for 8. But then this can't block, and he's dead, so... I don't know if he will do that. At least I made this one closer near the end, but mostly I think this deck is just better than ours. Okay, another Scrounger, which also can't block. I guess he's just going to leave this back to block, actually. Crew it and block with it and kill this. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. Okay, well, since that's our opponent's plan now, I think we just play this card and end our turn. We can kill this and kill this. It's worth noting. But he can just get back Scrap Heap Scrounger. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, he can. There's a Bomat Courier. I think we end the turn and just try to wait our opponent out here. Key to the City would be so good right now. Maybe I shouldn't have sided it out. Yeah, we'll just end our turn. We have to draw a way to kill this Fleet Wheel Cruiser. Basically. We may have lost now. I mean, he can just swing with all 3 of these and put us in an awkward place. An awkward place. For sure. Because I would have to... I'd have to block with both of these, and I'd probably take the 5 and kill both. Well, I can't kill both of them, but block both of them, killing one of them. Key to the frickin' City. Maybe we should have sided ours out, too. Does that just win him the game? No, not yet. If he has Fiery Temper, it does. We got to draw one of our Fiery Tempers or a Lightning Axe here to be able to win. Come on, deck. We also have another shot at drawing it. That does not solve our issue, right? I can play it. This will still die in combat. We'll still be dead next turn. So, yeah, we're going to have to just dig for Fiery Temper or Lightning Axe. Nope, didn't do it. All right, well, at least we played them tough in the second game after getting stomped in the first. So finished 3-2, a respectable record. I recommend playing this deck if you want to play a different sort of aggro deck at your Friday Night Magic events in Standard. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And next month I'll be back with yet another edition of Budget MTG.